Many companies are left feeling like Goldilocks every time they open up their scheduling application. Much like the golden-haired little girl trying out chairs, beds, and porridge until she found the one that was just right, many businesses are left struggling as they try to find the correct amount of personnel needed on a given day. To illustrate, let's look at 4 different people who experience very different problems with scheduling. Problem 1. Walter sits down to write the schedule for the week. Saturdays are a difficult day to schedule. With the recent downturn in sales, Walter decides to save money and only schedule 2 people for the shift. While relaxing on a beach with his family, he receives a frantic phone call from the overwhelmed staff. When he returns to work on Monday, a host of complaint letters are waiting for him to tell him how unimpressed people were with the service they received on Saturday. He guessed wrong. Problem 2. Irene begins to write the schedule. Friday nights are sometimes busy and sometimes slow. Last Friday, Irene had to abandon her date to help her staff. She won't make the same mistake. She schedules 4 people to make sure the shift is covered. She is delighted when her date isn't interrupted, but not so delighted when she realizes the labor costs well exceeded the profits for the evening. She guessed wrong. Problem 3. Kira is a hard worker who excels at making sales. She genuinely cares about customers and takes pride in making the store look clean and inviting. Unfortunately, Kira is frustrated at constantly seeing busy shifts go to other employees, especially her coworker Eric. Her frustration builds with every low-grossing and boring shift. Even though she likes her job, she hands in her notice so she can find work somewhere where she can stay busy. Her schedule was wrong. Problem 4. Eric is really a rock star. He's working to support his dream, and he can't be expected to resist the temptation to write down that killer lyric when he thinks of it, even if there are customers waiting. He hates super busy shifts. They leave him feeling overwhelmed, and he just isn't that great with making sales. He wishes his manager would stop putting him on those shifts and give them to Kira. She isn't a rock star and seems to actually enjoy work. His schedule was wrong. With these 4 problems obvious, entrepreneurs D and E decided to create a solution for not only these issues, but many others. As retail sales operation leaders, D and E saw all the scheduling problems firsthand as they could see into the operations of retail businesses. Throughout their careers, they had learned a variety of skills, from operations to marketing to workforce management. They knew that most retail businesses sit down to write their schedule with hopes, guesses, and maybe a set of dice. Deciding which employees to schedule, when to schedule them, and how many employees to put on a given shift is hard when one has no idea how busy the shift might be. Underscheduling could be costly in terms of unhappy customers and a damaged reputation. Overscheduling could be costly if the price of labor exceeds the sales profit. Another aspect of scheduling D&E noticed had a problem was the poor allocation of shifts. A high-performing sales clerk would be scheduled at a low-volume time, and a low-performing employee would be scheduled to work a busy shift. The high-performing sales clerk was left frustrated. The low-performing sales clerk ended up overwhelmed. Both from their experience and through prototyping with other retailers, D&E were able to validate the need for strategic scheduling. D&E first identified the type of product that would enable companies to avoid a myriad of scheduling problems. Together, the two created a list of functions that would meet the needs of many companies struggling with scheduling their employees. Although their expertise allowed them to make wise decisions on the features and functions of their proposed product, they didn't have the technological expertise to make their idea a reality. Creating their software as a service product and taking it to market would require the right development partner to help design and build their product from the ground up. They needed a technology partner that would provide an innovative CTO-like function. They wanted a partner who would be as invested in their project and its success as they were. They had a particular tech stack they wanted to implement to create their product. The software also needed to have a level of sophistication, artificial intelligence, to stand out from competitors. The list of requirements for their software partner was balanced by the need to be cost-conscious as well. bringing their product to market would require a reliable team at a good rate capable of staying within the scope and deadlines needed to bring their product to market. Unwilling to make trade-offs of either quality or price, the client contacted Swan Software Solutions. They immediately saw that Swan was as committed to their company's success as they were. With a technology partner found and contract signed, the client needed the Swan team to build the foundation of the product as soon as possible. The minimum viable product, MVP, needed to be deployed quickly to gain approval from early adopters. As the product grew, the team needed to rapidly iterate and push forward with complex solutions revolving around integrations and artificial intelligence. With the focus clearly defined, the team got to work. Team members included project manager, scrum master, lead developer and architect, back-end engineer, front-end engineer, and a quality assurance team. Getting to MVP took about 4 to 6 months of development. With Swan's technical expertise behind them, the client had the confidence to start the business and revolutionize the way people schedule. With each obstacle or innovation they face, Swan is there to advise and build a solution. The client's other goal of limiting their tech debt as much as possible has also been successful. They are able to make responsible trade-off decisions in the moment and prepare for future growth, always with the goal of building a solution that is as software as a service as possible. The company leverages many technologies, all developed with Swan. They include .NET, React.js, Docker, SendGrid, Segment, Intercom, FullStory, Azure Cloud, and Google ML. Succeeding in the creation of the minimum viable product was only the first step on the road to success. Within months of the initial release, the client secured a major partnership. Their product integrated with a point-of-sale system serving over 20,000 retail locations. The software-as-a-service product has continued to develop and added notifications, a mobile application, reporting, and full schedule automation. Even throughout the pandemic, the client service maintained 95% accuracy in predicting their customers' business patterns. The client schedule automation has enabled the client's customers to increase their productivity by 5% per employee. The ability to use scheduling patterns has provided those using the software with the ability to limit inefficiencies by 10%. The company was recently acquired by the company that gave them their first partnership. Swan was pleased to be able to help these two entrepreneurs bring their idea to life. As one of the scheduling app's founders said, "Swan has been truly a part of our team. They gave us the opportunity to build our company with confidence and as efficiently as possible over the past few years. Our company was recently acquired by that first partnership we gained in the market, and we couldn't have done it without the Swan team." If you would like to discover how we can help you take your idea from concept to creation, contact us today.